Welcome back to another episode of Unveil the Real podcast. I'm your host, Scoobs. Special shout out to the Chiefs, man. Shout out to May Ma for this Chiefs Kingdoms hat. Man, that game was definitely a statement. It was definitely a statement that needed to be made. That yeah, don't count the Chiefs out. We definitely had a rough start of the season. Um, but yeah, man, we're back. We're back. We still have more weapons coming back as well, man. So again, definitely do not count the Chiefs out, y'all. That's all I gotta say starting off this show. But again, let's start with the AFC West. AFC West, y'all. Let's start with the Broncos. So as far as the Broncos go, man. And by the way, every team in the AFC West did win this week. So, again, obviously I shouldn't be chanting or being proud of that because I want the other three teams to lose. But, hey, they all won in good fashion. Even the Broncos, they played, I forgot where they played, but they played out the country. Um, Obviously an ugly game. It was only one touchdown throughout the entire game. The total score was 13-11. Win over the Jets. Again, we're talking about the Jets here. They only beat the Jets by 2 points. The Jets defense held them down to just one touchdown. So it's still kind of weird because of the fact that excuse me, because of the fact that the Broncos beat the Eagles last week kind of says a lot. Kind of says a lot about what's going on with the Eagles. Heck, the Eagles just lost this past week to the Giants. So, it's just something to really just look out for, man. They're just going downhill. But I mean, again, some teams lost two, three in a row. Some teams didn't, and they come bounce back and won the next week. I think the Chargers were about to lose two or three in a row, but they bounced back and won. All right, so um, the Broncos, like I said, they are looking exceptionally well, for the time being. Pause, but still, I mean that uh, something's not clicking, something's not going well in that on that team. So hopefully they don't find those pieces. Shoot. Anyway, let's move on to the Chargers. And again, this is another team. The Chargers played the Dolphins. Chargers beat the Dolphins by 2 points as well. um, but we're talking about the Dolphins. The Dolphins who are now 1-5. The Dolphins who have a starting quarterback who I don't even think nobody in Miami believes in Tua. Let's just keep it real. But the fact here, let me look at Tua's stats right now. Let me see. He threw 205 yards, one touchdown, three picks. All right. So again, this is Tua that we're talking about, and the fact that the Chargers still only won by 2 points after getting three interceptions. That's kind of saying a lot as well. I mean, again, one thing for me, I don't count any team out. I will never count out any NFL team. Again, all 32 teams professional teams, professional league. This is what it is, the NFL, man. So it's what we're all fighting for. It's what most boys in elementary school all the way up to college. I mean, again, this is a lot of guys' dreams. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to play in it, be in the NFL, compete in the NFL. So it's definitely something to, I guess you could say, more so appreciate because, again, I don't take advantage of any teams. Uh, a lot of these teams have superstars on their teams, but the team is not that good. So we really got to think about some of the professional athletes who we know are the best players on that team, but they don't win games. You think about the Chad Ochocinco's. You think about, I mean, shoot, I was gonna say Lamar Jackson, but he's not. He hasn't been doing too good. I mean, but heck, even the Bills just played this past week and they got smacked. They got smacked by who did they play? Come on. Bills. Yeah, they got smacked by the Falcons. And again, it was not a pretty game. It was not a pretty game. Yes, they lost by 10 points, but I mean, they really demolished the uh the Bills. But that's probably one of those other situations. The best player on the Bills team, well, and I love James Cook. James Cook is a dog, but we're talking about the Bills. If someone just said Buffalo Bills, who you got? Everyone's going to say Josh Allen. Josh Allen is who everyone picks almost in the first round in fantasy football and things like that. So, let's just keep it real. This is called Unveil the Real, y'all. So I gotta unveil the real to y'all. So yeah, so again, yes, Josh Allen. He's definitely one of the best players on the Bills team, but you got to think about it. They don't really have no wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? They have a running back, very good running back, probably one of the top running backs in the league right now. But I mean, who are you going to throw it to? You know what I'm saying? You don't have no deep threat. You don't have too many options. Josh Allen can get some of those players open for you, but regardless, it's not the case right now. All right. They got smacked by the Falcons. All right. So again, I know I'm veering off to the Bills, but again, back to the Falcons. Yes, man. They won. They won. But again, they won against, and it was a close game, but it was against a very horrible team, in my opinion, a horrible overall team, the Miami Dolphins. So again, Broncos won by 2 points, 13-11 to the Jets, while the Chargers won by 2 points versus the Dolphins. So, this is it's kind of showing a lot of people that this is some of the real. This is the real. This is how it is for some teams, and this is how it's going to be as long as no one, or excuse me, as long as the team overall is not going to progress, as long as people are not, or as long as teammates are not going to hold other teammates accountable. So that's something we really got to look out for moving forward, because a lot of these teams are not going to, they're not going to get better. They're not going to be anywhere close to the playoffs or even just having a winning record if they're not all going to be in sync, and start working together, start getting into the meetings together, or especially those like player only meetings and things like that. Because again, somebody got to keep it real, man. Somebody got to hold people accountable. It's a reason why, regardless of the level of, when we're talking about football, there's always captains, there's always leaders. You know what I'm saying? There's always those guys who are really going to show up and hold guys accountable. Me being at a position where I work at, I understand, honestly, sometimes you gotta piss off some people on your team, because that's going to make them become a way better teammate. That's going to help them. That's going to make them work better. They're going to really be on their toes instead of just half doing it. Instead of just playing around too much. So again, man, every team, no matter what level we talking, elementary, middle, high school, college, the pros, everyone needs team captains. Everyone needs leaders, man. So just keep that in mind moving forward, y'all. It's a reason why that is. All right. Now, Raiders won as well. Raiders beat the Titans, um, 20-10. 20-10, y'all. I mean, I actually was clowning quite a bit on the Unveil the Real Instagram page. Please add us on the Instagram page as well. But I was clowning Geno Smith probably all last week. But with a lot of these videos, when it comes to AI, they are hilarious, man. It was even more so like a rap video. It was like a rap video of Geno Smith, uh, like how to finesse the league, but it was like a rap video that somebody put together. It was hilarious. I could not stop laughing at that, man. But again, yeah, Geno Smith threw for 174 yards, threw for one touchdown, threw for one pick as well, man. So big ups to Ashton Genty. The fact that he had 23 carries but only for 70. I mean, 75 yards is good. He scored one touchdown as well, but that's just not going to get them, to where they need to be. Especially, and I get it. Good thing they beat them. I guess you could say more than 10 points. I mean, excuse me, more than 2 points. But regardless, man, it's just the fact that there was just not a lot of charisma. There wasn't a lot. And honestly, the Raiders are a pretty good team. I shouldn't be giving them any type of props. Uh, the fact that I am a Chiefs fan, but at the end of the day, y'all, like we just got to keep it real. The Raiders are not a bad team, but missing Brock Bowers, missing a couple more key guys on their offense and defense. That's definitely going to keep them in the hole for a minute. But so I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open for them the better half of this season. Even this coming week, man. Shout out to my lovely wife. Shout out to all the other friends and family. We are going to be in Costa Rica this coming weekend. But we are going to be watching that Chiefs Raiders game. So, that is going to be a fun, interesting game to watch, and I can't wait to watch it. Chiefs talk, man. Let's get to it, man. So yeah, man. So a great victory for us. We moved up to 3-3. Lions are now 4-2. Again, let me look at this. We kicked 2 field goals first quarter, scored a touchdown second quarter, scored a touchdown third quarter, and scored 10 points in the fourth quarter. Okay, total score for that game 30-17. Um, I know. Hey, that's on them. That's on the Lions, man, because the Lions, they love doing quite a few trick plays. But hey, it did not work out for them in this favor, man. So uh, Jared Goff obviously almost scored a touchdown, which again, for those who've been watching my episodes, I do have Jared Goff as my starting QB in my fantasy football league. So that was very tough to watch them throw that flag. But obviously, me being a Chiefs fan at the same time, I was very happy that he did not catch that ball. So, I'm very in between right now, especially with a tough game, tough opponent like the Lions. So let's get to the stats for the Chiefs. Mahomes, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Man, that's crazy. Man. I mean, the rushing yards are better, and luckily Mahomes was not the rushing leader for this game as well. Pacheco actually took over that, but Mahomes rushed what 10 carries, technically scramble, whatever, for 32 yards. But also he did score one rushing touchdown as well. He was the only one that scored a rushing touchdown. Pacheco, 12 carries, 51 yards. Kareem Hunt, 6 carries, 23 yards. So, I just love the direction we're going in. Even Xavier Worthy, man, 1 carry for 6 yards. And we know that speed that he has. We know what's to come of it. Uh, I just love the chemistry that the Chiefs are forming. Obviously, it's a lot of roar going on because we are about to get um, Rasheed Rice back. I think he comes back this week versus the freaking Raiders. Oh, I cannot wait. But and again, shout out to Hollywood Brown. Let me say that first and foremost. Sure, shout out to Hollywood Brown. Called 2 touchdown passes. I know Xavier Worthy called 1 touchdown pass as well. Xavier Worthy caught the first touchdown pass. So, shout out to them. Shout out to them boys, man. So I can only imagine this might be a massacre. Definitely want to play some bets. Definitely want to see who wants to. Hey, come on, play some bets, man. DM me. Let me know what you guys think. But again, very, very, very good victory that we needed to get. It has been tough. It's been very tough. Kind of moving forward when we're talking about the Chiefs, and the chemistry. You got Mahomes, you got Travis Kelsey, and it was just a lot of talk of the issues and things like that going on in our locker room and things like that. But I definitely feel like we are starting to come together in the right direction. So, that's definitely more than any Chiefs fan can ask for, man. Mahomes is still young. But again, obviously we got, more of the veteran Travis Kelsey. So, and again, let me even look at Travis Kelsey's actually look, he was the receiving leader this past week, versus the Lions. 6 receptions for 78 yards. All right. Even the next besides that, well, the next best basically is Hollywood Brown with 4 receptions for 45 yards, but he got 2 touchdowns as well. So we are definitely getting headed in the right direction, man. We're getting both of our key running backs. We're getting those guys receptions too. Probably getting more screenplays and things like that. But this should be a very good game this coming week. Again, shout out to the loved ones. Shout out to everybody. We will be in Costa Rica watching this game. I cannot wait, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in. And yeah, man, it should be fun. Definitely should be fun. All right, so let's get into this week's Get 'em Chopping. This week's Get 'em Chopping, man. This dude's a clown, bro. He's a defensive back or DB, as some people call it, for the Detroit Lions, man. Brian Branch. Brian Branch, you gotta get him chopping, man. And you got about 1 or 2 weeks to get him chopping as well this week. So this dude, Brian Branch, for those that watched the Chiefs game, the Chiefs Lions game, or caught it on the news or caught it on social media, this man Brian Branch, man, he at the end of the game, boom, shaking hands, letting go all the negativity, letting go everything, man. And I ain't gonna lie, it was open hand too, which is crazy disrespectful, but he open hand smacked Juju Smith-Schuster, man.
Get him chopping.
That's on him. That's on him for one, and I get it because Juju Smith-Schuster was trying to, show hand of respect, shake his hand. You know what I'm saying? The game's over, man. Let's just get back to the lot. Let's go kick. Let's go party tonight. You know what I'm saying? I get it. We lost, but come on, man. So let me slow down. So Brian Branch, he was fined $23,000, $186. $23,186, y'all. And also suspended for 1 game. In my opinion, yes, probably should have happened. I was trying to look up some facts. He's been in the league since 2023. He's been fined for a few things for over 13 times now, or maybe this is the 13th time since 2023. Man, it's pretty tough. But again, that's on him, man. You gotta show good character. You got your family. You got little ones. You got everybody looking. You got the whole world looking at you, man. That's the NFL. So that was tough to really watch, man. So I definitely want to say, Brian Branch, you definitely got to get him chopped.
Get him chopping.
So I know he did try to explain himself, and he apologized immediately and wish he didn't do it. Blah blah blah. My whole thing is I'm just glad that the referees, I'm glad the NFL, they are doing something about it. They are fining him quite a bit of money, and they are suspending him for 1 game. It is needed to set an example, man. Like, to me, that was just a low ball. I get it, man, because if y'all didn't see it, I'm probably going to show the video of the cheap shot that Juju Smith-Schuster did. It was not called for. It was not called for. It really wasn't. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, it was the 4th quarter. The Lions were down by 10 points. Juju Smith-Schuster, he did not have to come in with that crackback. That was definitely more of a cheap shot. People who know what a crackback is, it was just unnecessary. I think it was just unnecessary, regardless. So. We up by 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. I think it was like, less than 3 or 4 minutes left or something like that, man. Come on, man. But again, My thing is, if that's his job, if that's what they want him to do, that's fine. But I just didn't think he had to do that. And then after he knocked Branch down, he walked directly over him. You know what I'm saying? We all know what that means. We all know what that means. Uh, Now again, at the end of the game, yes, he tried to shake his hand, do all of that. And let me just note from my personal experience, uh, if the Lions would have won, Brian Branch wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have even thought about it. He would have been laughing at Juju Smith Schuster. You know, he'd be like, "Ha ha, you got me with the little crap back, but we got the dub." You know what I'm saying? We won. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, yes, that was just unnecessary for the fans that had to watch, for everyone that had to watch that. So, Brian Branch, man, you got to get him chopping, bro.
Hey, that's just how I feel. Yeah, that's just how I feel. Hey.
All right, y'all. So let's get into this week's reaction video. All right, let's watch it. 6 years old. She's like moving like a grandma. It's real sad to watch, man. Reading the comments too. All right, okay, that's the end of the video. Which again, the video took too long, but I get it. I get it. I mean, they're just trying to show her walking up the stairs. Sad, man. I was trying to read through some of the comments as I was watching this. I couldn't really watch it that good. That was just really hard to watch. But anyway, for those that know, I've been on a nice fitness journey. I have a family. I have, it's just something that is definitely just a part of my lifestyle now. Let me just say that. So, in my opinion, yes, this is like, yes. I mean, for me, I like to call it child abuse. I like to call it child abuse because, I mean, again, it's not this little girl's fault. She is, I mean, I wonder how much she weighs. You know, I feel like, and again, I know there's always going to be the what ifs. What if she has some type of health condition and all? Okay, maybe, but at 6 years old, bro, like, look, I mean, she's walking like a little, I mean, she's literally walking up the stairs like a grandma, and she's 6 years old. And again, it's not, man, come on, bro. What could be the health condition? She can't stop eating, overweight. What? You know what I'm saying? Somebody please in the comments let me know what you think this is in your opinion. Okay? So in my opinion, yes, I think this is child abuse. I think that parents should be something. You know what I'm saying? I think they should just I don't know how the government, I don't know how the laws can be in place for something like this because again, obviously, I mean, I'm sure somebody in the comments said like I want to see the parents. The parents gotta be the same. The parents gotta be obese and just way overweight as well because it's like why would you do this to a 6-year-old little girl, 6-year-old girl or boy? But I mean, it's just sad. I'm glad they got her going up on the playground. But let's be honest, y'all. Why do they have her doing that? She can't go down the slide. She can't go down the slide. I'm trying to figure out where is she going to go on the playground? Okay, she's about to go up another flight of stairs, but I can't imagine how long it took her to get back down the stairs because she can't go down the slides or nothing. She's too big, and it's just a harsh truth. And it's something that I love to tell my kids as well, man. I love telling my kids like, hey, I'm sorry, but when y'all become adults, when y'all pursue your careers, or let's just say when you start dating, I'm like I said, I don't care what the case may be. Nobody wants to date someone who is just overweight, who doesn't know how to take care of their bodies. Uh, I mean, because in my opinion, this is the way the world should be. This is the way the world needs to go back to. We need to go back to, really just standing on, not standing on, just watching what we eat. We need. you got you got skinny dudes that love big girls, but shoot, think about it. Why does the doctors always tell when you get checkups? The doctor's either going to say, "Hey, you're doing good, you're fine, just yeah, keep up the good work," blah blah blah, or it's always most of the time it's always you probably need to watch the sodium, watch the sugar, slow down. You're borderline diabetic. You probably want to stop smoking. Your breathing is this, you're this and that. Yeah, you might want to watch what you eat. You're definitely overweight. You're obese, for your age and your weight and all of that good stuff. I mean, the doctors, that's one thing I never understood, why people don't like going to the doctors. And again, a lot of times because they don't want to face the truth. They never want to face the truth, y'all. The doctors they're literally, and they almost say it in the nicest way possible. I feel like that's the big thing about doctors. They tell you in the nicest way possible that you are fat, that you are obese, you're borderline obese, you're borderline diabetic, pre-diabetic, type 2 diabetes. Like, they tell you all of these things, yet and especially when it comes to the United States, man, a lot of people in the United States, I mean, again, we love, that's why these other countries say what they say about us, man. We love the fast foods, we love the greasy things, we love the sugar, we love the junk food. And trust me, I was a victim of it too growing up. But uh, I wish I would have knew what I knew when I was younger. I wish my parents would have explained a lot of this stuff to me when I at a younger age as well. Like, and again, I'm not blaming my parents. I'm not blaming anybody, man. But my whole thing is, man, we got to do better. I mean, this little girl probably easily weighed at 6 years old, though. Think about it. At 6 years old, she probably easily weighs like what, 100 pound, 110. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I can't tell from her height as well, but just look how big she is at 6 years old. It's really almost making me want to cry a little bit, man, because I mean, I would never want my sons or daughters to look like this or ever be in a position like this. You know what I'm saying? That is one of my ultimate goals. When my kids start having grandkids, when my kids get married, start having kids, voila, now I'm a grandfather. I want to be active. I want to be in those kids' lives as well, just being that cool grandpa. But I know me. I know I'm going to be the one that the kids, man, I love grandpa's house. I want to go over there. He always let us do stuff. We have fun. But when it comes to what we eating, he don't really allow soda in the house. He don't allow a lot of the junk food. Now, yes, come on now. Let's say a birthday party, or let's say some type of a movie night or something like that. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna block it out from my life as well, man. But the fact that, come on, y'all, we know what this little girl is eating all the time. It's just junk. It's just soda. It's just everything. And I mean, it's like, damn, at this point, are the parents trying to make her like a lab rat, or, whew? And I apologize. I was not trying to go this far in this conversation. I was not. But all I'm going to say is, this can never be my kids. This can never be. I mean, I can't even speak for my future grandkids because, again, those are not my kids. But All I can speak about my grandkids is you won't you won't you won't you won't be you won't really like my lifestyle. You won't really like coming over my house because we have to eat, right? We all have to eat, and it's going to be more healthier choices. It's going to be delicious meals, you know what I'm saying? Good water, good coconut water and things like that, but we're not, no. Because again, I look at images like this and it really pisses me off, bro. It really does, man. So, um obviously I don't want to get too far in it. I don't know if these parents are, if they're delusional, if they think this is fine. They probably get $1 million in food stamps. And again, hey, what you gonna get? You ain't about to get a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables. You're not about to just get the right type of protein and things like that instead of like a lot of the processed meats and things. Yeah, so it's all gonna boil down to the parents. I don't care. Oh, look, I'm reading this right now. It says somebody said, y'all, she has Prader-Willi syndrome. That's what I heard. Do your research before responding, as if I have to say that. But yeah, and I mean, hey, so Prader-Willi syndrome, Prader-Willi syndrome. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, guys, please, man. I definitely take this serious, and I hope people all over the world starts taking this serious too, man. Take care of your families, but it starts with what you're feeding them. What are you feeding your family every day? You know what I'm saying? Stop going to the store. Stop trying to cut out cooking and things like that because you don't have time. Man, prioritize your schedule and make time, man. That's the last thing I'm gonna say about this. Oh, let's get into the music of the week. Music of the week this week is, I know I just had him as music of the week, but again, this is how fast this man moves. He's been one of my biggest motivators as far as music goes, because again, he's all about his family, he's all about his town. He never stopped producing and putting out some of the best music in the town. And again, this is Rich the Factor, man. This is off his new album, Souped Up Sofa 3. Souped Up Sofa 3. The name of this track is Ain't Even Rap. All right, RAP. All right, we're gonna end this episode right here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Shout out to Playtime KC for sponsoring this week's episode. We do appreciate the hard work they put in for the community, and again for all the families, all the little ones that come to their establishment. It's just a fun, entertaining way to you know just get your kids out the house, get them running around, moving around, and we do appreciate them for that. All right. This track is called "Ain't Even Rap," y'all. Tune in, and we'll catch y'all the next episode. RP Twin. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for y'all support. See y'all at the next one, man. All right.